Have you ever noticed that some moments don't simply change our lives, they divide them? There is the life before the phone call, before the diagnosis, before the conversation, before the goodbye. And then there is everything that comes after. It almost never announces itself. There is no music, no warning, no sign that this ordinary Tuesday will become the day you remember for the rest of your life. Sometimes it's a company meeting that lasts only 10 minutes. You walk in thinking about the weekend. You walk out wondering who you are without your work. Sometimes it's a doctor's office. The room looks exactly the same as every other room you've ever entered. Only you leave carrying a future you never imagined. Sometimes it's the person sitting across from you, someone you've loved for years. Then they quietly say, "I don't think this is working anymore." The coffee grows cold. The world doesn't seem to notice that yours has just changed forever. When we're young, we rarely think about any of this. We make plans, beautiful plans. Somewhere inside us, an invisible agreement quietly forms. If I work hard, life will reward me. If I love well, love will stay. If I'm careful, the future will unfold, more or less the way I've imagined it. Until life signs a different one. One day, you notice something uncomfortable. Life isn't following your plans. The promotion goes to someone else. The relationship you believed would last forever doesn't. Your reflection becomes someone older without ever asking permission. A sentence begins repeating inside the mind. This wasn't supposed to happen. Have you ever noticed how much energy we spend arguing with reality? Not solving it, arguing with it. We replay conversations that have already ended. We rewrite decisions that have already been made. We negotiate with days that no longer exist. We don't suffer only because life changes. We suffer because somewhere inside us there remains a version of life that refuses to believe it already has. More than 2,000 years ago, a Stoic philosopher watched people exhaust themselves fighting battles that could never be won. He left behind one simple image: an old road, a wooden cart, a length of rope, and a dog that believed the world should stop moving. There was once a road that seemed to have no beginning and no end. It crossed dry hills, wound through quiet valleys, and disappeared beyond horizons. Each morning, wooden carts would begin their journey. Their wheels turned slowly. The oxen leaned into the weight. Dust rose gently. The road simply continued. One morning, a farmer fastened a rope to the collar of his dog. The oxen leaned forward. The wheels began to turn. At first, the dog walked easily. Then, it stopped. The cart did not. The rope tightened. The dog dug its paws into the earth. The wheels continued turning. The dog pulled harder. Surely, if it resisted enough, the cart would stop. It barked, twisted, fought against the rope. Still, the cart moved. The farmer never struck the dog. He simply continued along the road. The dog could not understand. Why wouldn't it stop? Why wouldn't it listen? So it fought harder. Until finally, the dog became tired. Fighting had become more exhausting than walking. Slowly, its paws lifted. One step, then another. The rope loosened. Nothing around it had changed. Only one thing had changed. The dog had stopped asking the road to become something it had never been. The world had not been pulling against the dog. The dog had been pulling against the world. Chrysippus would later say, "Every human life is tied to a cart. Some walk beside it, others insist it should never move. The cart doesn't hate them, it simply keeps going." The dog was never wrong to feel the pull. A heart can break without fighting reality. The mistake was only in believing the road had an obligation to stop. Perhaps the strangest part is this: most of us never see the cart. We only feel the rope. A woman stands in the doorway of the house where her children grew up. The cart moves. A man opens his laptop for the first Monday without a place to go. The cart moves. An elderly husband sets 2 plates, then quietly returns one to the cupboard. The cart moves. A woman places a photograph face down in a drawer, not to forget, simply because some mornings are easier that way. The cart moves. A father watches his son drive away. Nothing is wrong. Everything is changing. The cart moves. Perhaps your cart has no name, only a feeling. Reality doesn't become lighter because we refuse to carry it. It only becomes heavier. The road was still long. The weight was still real. But the endless struggle against the fact that the road was a road had disappeared. That is the courage to walk with reality instead of against it. Tomorrow, someone will disappoint you. Life will continue doing what life has always done. The question is not whether another cart will appear. It will. The question is whether you'll recognize it before you begin pulling. The Stoics never promised a painless life. They knew exactly what life could take. Yet they also knew there was one thing life could never take: the freedom to decide how they would walk the road before them. When that day comes, remember an old road, a wooden cart, a length of rope, and a dog that spent so much energy trying to stop what had never been standing still. The world didn't change. The dog did. Every peaceful life quietly begins, not when reality finally becomes what we hoped, but when we stop asking reality to become someone else's dream. There is an old road still stretching beyond the horizon. When you feel the rope beginning to tighten, pause. Take one slow breath. Look at the road, then simply take the next step. The road was never your enemy. The cart was never carrying your suffering. It was only carrying your life. One ordinary morning, when life refuses to follow the script you had written, you may find yourself smiling. Not because the road became easier, but because you finally understood. Peace doesn't begin when life finally follows our plans. It begins the moment we stop negotiating with reality.